else in the meantime while you connect? Did you get the output? Were you able to do the program? You got error. So no, it's a very big program. Sending screenshots will actually make it. Try connecting with your laptop. I will try solving it here because from screenshots it gets a bit confusing even for me to read it and figure it out. It's easier when the code is in front of me and I can just ask you to make change and run it at the same time. Try doing it while in the meantime, we'll take somebody else. If you can connect, that would be great. We can at least solve your problem. Okay. So, Naveen sir, can you share your screen?
Ma'am, I have not done, ma'am.
And why? I literally sent the complete code to you guys too. You just had to make a little bit of changes. What about Lokesh sir? Did you do it? Lokesh sir, can you share your screen? Okay. So we'll wait. You can connect. We are waiting.
Ma'am, is it visible? Uh,
Yes, it is. Run it. First run it for one and then do it for two and then make your terminal bigger. उसको बड़ा कर दो. हाँ. Okay. Okay, now do it for two. And now do it for 3. Mm-mm. You remove print ln, अंदर वाले for loop में से print ln की जगह से print star लिखो. हाँ, ln हटा दो. हाँ, choose 3. Perfect. Good. Perfect. Now you can close. You can stop sharing the screen. This is perfect program, perfect menu, perfect outputs. Good. You can stop sharing now. So, ma'am, did you do the task?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you share your screen?
Yes, ma'am. Give me a
Second,
second,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Lokesh sir, you can stop presenting.
Ma'am, can I stop sharing?
Yes, you can stop sharing.
Uh,
Okay, run your program.
Ma'am, is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, perfect. Now do it for 2. Good. Now do it for 3. Perfect. You did not print the menu though. I put those dashes in the code that I sent you because I wanted you to print the menu, how Lokesh sir did. But it's fine. The program is working. I hope you understood how every part was working, right?
Yes, ma'am. I don't know that we need to print the menu, ma'am. If you want me, I will do it now.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just great. At least you did it. That's good. Sakshi ma'am, can you share your screen now? So ma'am, you can
Yes,
stop
ma'am.
presenting.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
This is the code. And
Okay, run it. No,
this
stop,
is the
stop.
menu.
Don't choose the number first. Everybody see. Look, this is like the perfect menu. How I wanted, you to properly use the escape sequences and then format it. See, this is the perfect menu. How it should have been shown. Okay, now choose one and go ahead. Perfect. Now do it for 2. Okay, did not get reversed. Okay, no, you were supposed to okay print it in different line. Perfect, perfect. Okay, fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, good. And then
It's
do the
free.
third part.
This is a pattern.
Okay, good.
This is
Perfect.
8 um 5
Okay,
invalid.
good, great. This is like the perfect program. You can see how like well it is displayed. Like if somebody will use it, they will know what to like a user will know what to do. It's not like if I don't know what the program is about, I will not understand what to do. It's really nice. Can you, Sakshi ma'am, once go over how you wrote the menu so that everybody can understand it too? In your code, show it in your close the terminal, show it in the code, and can you explain how you know what escape sequences you use and how you did it?
Yes, ma'am. First, we wrote system.out.println and just next line wrote a take input as a string
Do
and
one
next
thing,
line.
Sakshi ma'am, mute your laptop. Like close the volume in your laptop. I think it's
Okay.
the laptop's audio is what I'm talking about. Um, Not this, the audio of the laptop, the speaker of your laptop. Yeah. Uh,
Is is
okay, it's
it
muted. Okay, 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 it's fine. Yeah, now you can go.
okay? Mm, hmm. Uh, system.out.println and then we go to next line by writing slash n. After that, we wrote second thing is enter the number and display, and again we get the next line and we print input that we want, and after that the output. In output we use I use that slash t for tab for more space, and after that third is display pattern. I go and wrote a slash n every of asterisk, and this is it.
Okay, perfect. Also, you can note, don't, can you go back to your code screen?
Yes.
Yeah, note this like how in the output in the second system.out.println she's written backslash n backslash t. So where backslash t comes in handy is when you need to give equal amount of space every time. If you like give space from the keyboard, you need to count it. You go like one, two, three, and for the next time you have to give three spaces again. When you use backslash t, it will give equal amount of spaces every time, so you can align something like below one another. Like if you need something to be one below the other, you can use backslash t and it will do the thing. Okay, so perfect. Good. Is somebody left? I think we've gone through everyone. Okay. Now let me share my screen. Did anybody want to ask something? Anybody has a question? No, nobody wants to ask anything. Okay, so I want to show you guys one more thing that you can do is You can let the user, choose multiple options. Like you go like choose one and then it just ends. You can write a code in which way, like after, when the user chooses one and it, prints the whole enter string, reverse a string. After that, it asks the user again, does he wants to choose, another number. So how you can do that is, wait a second, guys, just 1 second. Yes, so we're going to use the while loop for that. Okay. What we are going to do is after the user enters this thing over here, what we're going to say is while a equal, no, a is the number. We're going to take a string over here and we're going to call it choice. And we're going to give it value. Let's make it a char. We're going to give it a value of y. So y is for yes, and then n would be so no. So we're gonna do while choice equal y or choice equal capital Y. So user can enter a capital or small whatever, you never know. And then we're gonna run this whole program where we're doing all of this. Like we're gonna run this switch and put this inside. Let me do it once and then I'll explain it to you. And over here we're gonna do a system dot out dot println and we're gonna say want to go again, choose y slash n, and then we're gonna do choice is equals to sc dot next um this dot next. mm, this is actually gives a string. Wait, let me check it out. Scanner, I think you cannot input a character through scanner. Yes, you, this is the thing in scanner, you cannot input a single, you cannot use the type char, it needs to be string. It needs to be a string, and this would be in double quotes. And I'll tell you why. What it does is because it has this next, the sc.next, this allows a string with zero spaces. So if you want to input a single character, you would have to choose this. So this way you can enter a single character, otherwise there's no a next char for inputting a character. If you write next line, you can enter complete line. Like you can have, like today is 11th. This whole, if you want to enter this whole line, you need to use next line, st.next line. But if you want to enter a single character, it needs to be of the type string, but you will use st.next and it will allow you to enter only one character. So they do this, and I will even have to change this. It would be choice dot equals, and I can do a equals ignore case, and I can write choice. What does equal ignore case does? Uh, it ignores the case, like it ignores if it is capital or small. So capital Y and small y both will be treated equally because Java is case sensitive, so it treats capital and small y separately. But if you choose ignore case, it will, like, you know, treat them equally. So let's try running it and see what happens. I hope it works. It asks me to select a number. Let's choose 3. So this prints the, and then once asked if you want to go again, and let's try saying yes. And see, it asks me to enter number again, then I can choose 1 and it goes again. I can say apple and it will do again. Now if I choose n, it will just end. See, the program ended. Did you guys understand what I did? Should I go over it once more? I'll go over it once more, okay? Try and understand. What we did, we started a program and then we printed our menu. We started the program, we printed a menu, and then we declared the scanner, and we just took a variable of string type. And please follow. Yes, I'm doing it again. So we took a variable with of type string and gave it a value yes of y. We are taking y for a yes and n for a no. Okay. So we took a variable of type string, named a choice, and we gave it the value y. And then we wrote a while loop. We said while choice dot equals ignore case. This is what you use to compare strings. You use dot equals to compare strings. So it will compare. You don't write a string variable equals equals. You don't use equal equal. You write dot equals and ignore case so that capital Y and small y are treated equally. And then I wrote y. That means while choice is equals to y, this loop should work. If it is not equals to y, the program should end. Okay, so we said while choice dot equals y, we come inside and we ask user to select a number, and then we do our whole program where they enter a number. According to the number, we perform certain actions, and at the end, for updation part of the loop, we just wrote, we asked the user, do you want to go again, and they would choose a y or a n, and we store that y or n in choice. So next time the loop runs, let's say the user chose y, so it will go back up. How the loop works, it will go up back up over here to the while part, and it will check choice equals y. Yes, it does. So it will run again. Now if the user chose n, so it will go back up and it will check choice equals y. No, because choice is n, it is not equals to y, so the program will just end. Did you understand? How many cases? You're talking about can you unmute yourself and ask me? I am not understanding what you're trying to ask. Shweta ma'am? Your mic is not working. You're talking about this equals ignore case. You're talking about that? No, these are not different cases. If let me show you what I mean. What is this? This is just a method in the string class. Let me show you. If I would have not written this ignore case, okay, if I would have just written equals, let's say we just did this and we gave a small y over here, right? This is a small y, and I will run the program and I will say, let's say 3. See, it asked me if I want to go again. Let me give a capital Y. The program ends. Why did it end? Because I gave a capital Y and I'm comparing it with a small y. So capital Y and small y are not equal. In Java, Java is case sensitive. It takes capital alphabets and small alphabets differently. So it should have not ended because I gave a y, should have run again, but because I just used equals, it didn't work. So we use equals ignore case. Ignore case, what does it mean? Case means capital or smaller. So there are two cases. There's capital alphabets, that's one case, and small alphabet is another case. So it ignores the case, it ignores if it's capital or if it's small. It just it works for both. So let's try it again and I will run it. Even now I'm giving a small y, but I've written equal ignore case over there. Now I will hit 3 and where is it actually? I'll give 3 and I will give capital Y now, but it will run. See, now it works. So equals ignore case is used so that even if the user ends up giving a capital letter or small letter, whatever, it checks correctly, like it doesn't throw an error. Okay. Anybody else wants to ask something? Is it clear? Let me know if it's clear and let me know if you want to ask something. Okay, so we'll move ahead. And now I want to show you one more thing. I did get rid of all of this. So we're going to write a program to search an array. Tomorrow we're going to do sorting. Today I want to show you how to search. Let's say you guys remember arrays, right? Let's say you have an integer array A, and I'll give it like values, right? Like over here, let's give it 1, 4, 3, 6, 7, 8, 2. Now I'm going to take an int len and I'm going to write a dot length, which is going to give me the length of that array, right? And now let's ask the user printable enter a number to be searched. So the user will enter a number and we'll search that number in the array we made. Okay, and let's write int s is equals to sc dot next int, and I guess we have not declared scanner. I'm gonna write import java dot details. Wait, where did the import go? And now we're gonna write scanner sc use we've got the integer, and we're gonna go ahead, and then we have to search it. So the logic behind searching certain integer in an array or certain element in an array is you will go through the array one by one by one by one, and first you will get this element of the array which is at position 0, and you will compare it with this. If it is equal, you will just say that you found it. Then you will compare the second element, then the third element, then the fourth element, right? And you will go through the whole thing. So how you can do it? First, you will need to make a for loop. You will write for int I equals to 0, I is less than when I equals to. I think you guys understand this for loop by now. You've written it a lot of times. And then what you do is you write if a of I equal equals s. If it's equal, then you print system dot out dot println found at position, and then you can just print I. So you found it at the I position, right? And let's just try running it. Let's see what happens. Is there an error? Java.user mismatch exception. So, what do Java.user can import Java.user. Yeah, so let's enter number. Let's say 3. It's at found at position 2. So 0, 1, 2. So it was actually at position 2. You guys see it? And if I run it again, and let's say, let me give it 2. Set found at position 6. So it was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's working. Now, first tell me, did you guys understand this? We made an array and we found its length. Then we asked the user to enter a number, and we save that number in S, and we run a for loop and keep on extracting, elements of that array one by one. So we said uh, element at 0, element at 1, element at 2, and we checked if that element is equals to the number that the user entered, and if it's equal, we printed the position at which we found the number. So is anybody confused till here? Give me a yes or no. If you're not confused, let me know that you're not confused, so I'll move forward. Why we didn't add else condition? Because we did not need it. What do you want to do in the else part? If you found it, you just found it and you want to end the program. There's nothing to it is not important to have an else every time. If you need an else, like in this program, we just wanted to find the number, that's it. So if the element is equal to the number the user entered, so we just print the position, that's it. We don't need to do something else, like if the number is not equals to the element is not equal to number, do we need to do something? No, we don't need to do anything. That's why we did not write an else. If we would need to do something, then we would have. Okay, great. Anybody else? She's good. She keeps on. At least she asks her doubt. I don't know about everybody else. You guys don't even tell me if you got it, and you don't even ask me any questions. So I don't know where you guys are. So I'll just move ahead because nobody's asking something. Now the problem with this program is, even if, let's say if I entered one, like the user, let's say the user gave the number 1, and we started checking, if a of 0 equal s is 1, so it is equal to it, but it will go on checking it for the whole array. Now this is a very small array, so it doesn't matter. Let's say if you have an array of, let's say, thousands of elements, then it will take time. Then when you will run your program, the program will give output after maybe, like half a second, not half a second, like a half a minute, or maybe, I don't know, maybe half a second, but it will take longer time. You will see it pausing, and then you will get the answer, and that's not what we want. And that's even taking useless, memory of the CPU, and for no reason. If we found the number, the program should just stop. Like, you don't if we found the number, we don't need to go through the rest of the elements. You already found it. There's no need to go through everything else. So how we can do it is, we can just put break over here. Now break is a jump expression, called these like jump statements. There's break and there's continue. So what does break do? How we use break in switch case? It just, exits the switch case. It stops the switch case once you encounter a break. As soon as in a switch case you reach a break, it just stops and just exits the whole thing. Same way we can use break in for loops too. You can use it in while loops too. It's completely fine. What it does is, as soon as it will reach this break part, it will exit the for loop. As soon as it reaches the break, it will exit the complete for loop and will come outside of the for loop, where it just, the program ends. Right? So that way it will not. So once it finds the number, it will come inside over here, print the position, and it will see the break. So it will come outside the for loop and just end. So it will not take useless memory, and it will not just uselessly go through the rest of the array when it is not needed. Now there's another jump statement which is continue. What continue does is, break brings you outside the loop. Continue goes to the next iteration of the loop. Let's say if I put continue over here, so what it will do, it will ignore everything after that in the loop, and it will go back to the top of the loop. Are you understanding? So if I put a continue, let me show you once. So let's do something else. I'm gonna have like a different thing. Let's say once it comes over here, we do system dot out dot print ln, and let me say inside for, and I'll just print a of I. Okay, and let's say when if a of I equals 6. If it is equal, what it should do, it should print copy. It should for B. It should print inside if, and print this, and then I will give a continue. First, let me show you break. Let's say break, okay, and then it will just break, and this is, I will give another system order print, and this is after if. So this statement is going to print it after the if, and I'm going to give one more, which is going to be outside for. Okay, so I'm going to run this program now. I've given all of these statements so that you can see where the compiler is going. So is it inside the for loop? Is it inside the if? Is it after the if? When it reaches after the if, it will print this. When it reaches outside for, it will print this. That's why I've written all of these statements. So we'll start running it. Now this number doesn't really matter. I'll give it whatever 2. Now see, it went inside for, let me show you. Let's see the array. This was our array, right? So it went inside for when, like, the a of I was 1, printed 1. Then it did not go inside if, because what was the condition for if? It was if a of I equals to 6. Was it equal to 6? No, it was not equal to 6. So it did not go inside if, it came outside. So it printed after if. Then it went back up, and then I became plus plus, so it came inside, printed, then printed inside for 3, and then it went outside inside for 3, and then it went after the if. Then when it became 6, when the a of I became 6, it printed inside for 6, inside if 6, and then it came outside of the for loop. It did not print the rest of the numbers. It did not print the rest of the numbers because we had put a break statement. Did you guys understand this?
Ma'am, can you please explain again?
Yes. So what happened when we ran the loop? Look, first a of I was 0 was 1. So it printed inside for 1, and then did not go inside the if statement because the condition for if was if a of I equals to 6. So a of I is not equal 6, it is 1. So it did not go inside the if, it went outside if. So it printed after if, and then it went on for the next iteration of the, like, it went back up to the loop and became I plus plus, so I became 2. So value at position, sorry, I became 1 from 0, so position 1 it has 4, so printed inside for 4, and then it did not go inside the if block because it was not equals to 6. Same happened with 3, inside for after if. Then when it became 6, when a of I became 6, it said inside for 6, and then it went inside the if. And what was inside if? Because a of I was equal 6, yes, it printed inside if 6, and then there was this break statement. So because it had this break statement, it went outside the for loop, and it printed system.out.println outside for, and the program ended. It did not go through the rest of the, it just ended over here. It never went to 7, 8, and 2. This is what the break statement does. It stops the loop. It just stops the loop. Do you understand it now? Try doing it once yourself. Try putting it in a loop and you will understand what is happening. And then there's another one which is continue. So what does continue do is, I'll remove this. So So what continue does it, as soon as it finds continue, it will ignore everything outside the continue part, and it will go back up. It will go back up to the next, to the I plus plus part of the loop. So it will ignore everything after this. So according to the ignoring part, what should happen? It should print all the numbers except 6. Because as soon as a of I will be equals to 6, it will get this continue, it will go back up over here. It will ignore all of this part. Let's see what happens when we run it. See, it said 1, 4, 3. It didn't have the 6. See, it did 1, 4, 3, it's 7, 8, 2. There was no 6. It skipped the 6 part. Why? Because we wrote the continue. As we wrote this continue, it went to the next number. It did not print 6. Do you guys understand this? Do you guys understand? Okay. Great. So we'll stop the class over here. Tomorrow we're gonna do sorting in arrays. And if you guys have any questions, you can ask me or you can start leaving the class.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Can I look a code?
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, this is the complete thing. So if you want, you can screenshot it. You wanted to see this code, right?
Yes, yes. Done, ma'am.
Okay. So if you're done, you can just leave the class. Okay.